Hey, hello beautiful person. Welcome to your second free video here at the Didgeridoo School Bastiaan Bay, located in the wonderful place here in Viskars, unlike my backyard. Well, how was it for you, the first experience this last week or this couple of days ago, when you were experiencing the first free video about breathing? Because, well, that's where we actually started with. Focusing, how you stand, and did it also made you aware how you use that in your daily life? Because that's something which I find very important, that you become aware. Not just by playing didgeridoo, but you can become aware and implement it in daily life. As that's really a change which is larger than life, but you will experience that for sure within the coming periods. The second video is all about the P of pressure. And as the system says, air, pressure, movement. The P of pressure actually makes you aware that it's the result, it's the result of the sound you're going to make. So the sound you're going to make, it's the result of the strength you have, and the strength also equals the pressure you can put into it. So when you're playing and performing this, the air has to be pushed out. That's the main thing of playing didgeridoo. And by vibrating my lips, that actually makes it buzzing sound. Like this. The more strength, the more pressure I put on my lips, the higher the frequency is of what I'm actually doing. And if I'm not putting pressure onto it, it goes like this. So when I'm activating my playing abilities on my didgeridoo, I'm first acknowledging the way how I'm standing or sitting. And if I'm sitting, leave the back seat behind. So there really has to be space. So your back is not pushed against that back part. Your heels are connected and your toes are just providing. So you can make a connection with breathing in through your nose, pushing out your belly, and by exhaling, you pull your belly button inwards. Focusing beyond the end of your instrument. And I advise you to stand in this part, because then you really can feel how it's all connected. And if you have a wooden one, this one is made of carbon, of course, which is very light. But if it's made of wood or eucalyptus, which is the Australian wood type, and that can be quite heavy, wood is still heavier than carbon, of course. Then put it on a chair or a cupboard or whatever, but make aware that you can stand like this. Okay, by pushing the air out, I'm going to need something which makes that happen. It's like saying a word, because when we are saying words, when we're speaking, we are also pushing out syllables. And those pushing out of syllables creates the sound we actually make. And that's what we can call communication. And by articulation, you really make the right pronunciation. So in this section with the pressure part, it's that we're going to use a syllable which is called D-H-I-D, dit. And dit is actually a push forward, dit. You really feel that with D-H, that you're really pressing your whole system. And I-D, dit. So it's not with a T, it's with a D. And it's what I've been learning the old ways when I was educated by Charlie McMahon, Mark Atkins, Richard Wally, and my most valuable teacher, Alan Doggin. They used a hard tongue spitting technique, and within this part, it really makes it that you can make that push, which creates that pressure on your diaphragm. So when I'm using it, again, make sure your heels, how you stand, shoulders low. And when I'm pushing forward, pulling inward. And experience with the strength of how you do it, because if I'm not putting much pressure onto it, then I'm going into that low flow. And if I'm pushing it hard, then I'm putting it hard. So in this second video, we're going to play with this technique and try it yourself with 3 tones in mid pressure, less pressure, and upper pressure, like this. Enjoy, and I'm going to show you the next example after the break. So pause this video for a moment, and you can experience it yourself, and afterwards I will be back with another example and exercise. Have fun.